Have you ever stood before a Buddha statue, serene, radiant, and calm, and felt something stir deep within you? That mysterious sense of presence, the quiet gravity, the subtle peace that seems to radiate from it. Have you ever wondered why some statues seem to feel alive, or others seem like mere objects of metal or clay? What gives a Buddha statue its power is not just its form, its material, even its beauty. The secret lies in something few outside Buddhist tradition fully understand: the sacred process of consecration, known as iswanschin, or filling the statue. This process determines whether a Buddha statue is a living vessel of sacred energy or just an empty shell, and the hidden truth behind it reveals a profound spiritual principle that goes far beyond ritual. It teaches us about the mind, devotion, and the way sacred energy flows through form and emptiness alike. So today, we're diving into the mysteries inside the Buddha statue, literally and metaphorically. Because once you understand what consecration truly means, you'll never look at a statue, or your own spiritual practice, the same way again. 1. The outer symbol, a statue as a mirror of the mind. Let's begin with a simple but powerful truth. Buddha statues are not idols, they are mirrors. They don't exist to be worshipped for their material value. They exist to awaken what is already within you. The Buddha himself said, "He who sees me in form or seeks me in sound is on the wrong path." Because the real Buddha is not outside, it is your own awakened mind. The statue is a symbol, a reminder, a doorway. When you bow before it, you're not bowing to metal, you're bowing to your potential for enlightenment. But symbols work only when they are alive, and that's where consecration comes in. What is consecration, or iswanschin? In traditional Buddhism, a Buddha statue is not considered complete until it has been consecrated. The ceremony, called iswanschin, literally means a filling the statue. Monks or laments carefully open a cavity, often in the back or base of the statue, and insert sacred objects. Entries written on scrolls, relics or ashes of holy beings, fragments of sutras, precious stones, and/or silk from sacred places. Symbolic seeds representing the elements. Once sealed, the statue is blessed through prayers, chanting, visualization, and meditation. The purpose is not superstition's energy transformation. The materials inside are chosen and arranged to align the statue's form with the vibration of awakened mind. After consecration, the statue is no longer just matter. It becomes a sacred vessel, a body of light, through which devotion and wisdom can flow. That's why in temples, consecrated statues seem to radiate. It's not imaginations, the resonance of countless prayers embedded in their presence. 3. The spiritual science behind it. To understand why consecration works, we must understand vibration. Every object, every thought, every mantra carries energy. In monks' chant, when mantras are written and sealed, they imprint vibration into matter just as sound creates ripples in water. Consecrated statue becomes a container for that vibration. It's like charging a crystal or tuning an instrument. The statue is tuned to the frequency of enlightenment. When a devotee bows before it with sincerity, their own vibration begins to harmonize. That's why people often report feeling calm, tearful, or peaceful near consecrated images. Their inner frequency is resonating with the Buddha's field. Or the inner meaning, consecrating your own mind. Here is the deeper truth. The real consecration doesn't happen inside the statue, it happens inside you. The Buddha statue represents your body. The mantras and sutras inside represent your mind. Just as the outer statue must be filled with sacred energy to become alive, as so too must your mind be filled with wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness. Without that inner filling, you may look human on the outside, but inwardly remain hollow. This is why the Buddha said, "If your mind is pure, the light is pure. When you purify your intentions, when you fill your inner being with right thought and awareness, you become a living temple. A consecration of your mind is the true Wiswangsang. Why unconsecrated statues feel empty? In temples and homes, some Buddha statues have great presence, while others feel lifeless. The difference is not aesthetic, it's energetic. A statue without consecration is like a body without breath. Beautiful, but still. Even if made of gold, it lacks the living essence. Conversely, a simple clay Buddha blessed with devotion, chants, and intention can radiate tremendous peace. Because the universe responds not to material, but to vibration. And that vibration comes from consciousness. 6. The power of devotion. Consecration is not magic, it's intention crystallized through ritual. A ritual itself works because of the collective devotion of those performing it. Our pure prayers become the energy field that animates the statue. In Tibetan monasteries, before consecration, monks meditate for days, sometimes weeks. They visualize the deity vividly, light streaming from the Buddha's heart, filling every atom of the statue with wisdom and compassion. When the ceremony ends, the visualization doesn't stop, it's sealed into the field. The statue becomes an extension of the practitioner's meditation. That's why devotion matters. It's not about blind faith, it's about alignment. When you kneel before a Buddha with reverence, your heart aligns with awakening itself. 7. The hidden teaching. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. The process of consecration perfectly embodies one of the most profound truths of Buddhism, the Heart Sutra's teaching. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. The statue form becomes sacred only when filled with the recognition of emptiness, when those who create it know that the Buddha's essence is not bound by metal or wood. The paradox is beautiful. The statue becomes divine precisely because it's empty. Empty of ego, empty of self-importance, empty of separation. In that emptiness, it becomes a vessel for truth. And this is the ultimate metaphor for the spiritual path. You too become sacred when you are empty of greed, anger, and delusion. When your inner space is clear, wisdom flows through you effortlessly, just as light fills a hollow crystal. 8. The 4 layers of consecration. According to Vajrayana Buddhism, consecration happens on 4 levels. Outer consecration, filling the statue with physical relics and mantras. Inner consecration, filling the mind with awareness and pure intention. Secret consecration, realizing that the statue and the practitioner are not two. Ultimate consecration, realizing that all phenomena are naturally pure, beyond creation or distraction. Each level reflects a stage of awakening. At first, you perform the ritual, and you internalize it, and you dissolve the boundary, and finally, you see that the entire universe is already consecrated. And the karma of respect and irreverence is a reason Buddhist traditions treat sacred images with deep respect. It's not about superstition, it's about consciousness. When you treat a Buddha image carelessly, touching it without mindfulness, placing it on the ground, or mocking it, we're not just disrespecting the statue, you're dulling your own awareness. You're training your mind to treat the sacred lightly. Conversely, when you treat it with reverence, cleaning, bowing, offering flowers, you're cultivating mindfulness, humility, and devotion. Those qualities purify karma. They attune you to higher states of being. It's not the Buddha who needs your offering, it's you who benefits from the act of offering. And the secret within the secret, the Buddha inside the Buddha. Here's something rarely discussed even among practitioners. Inside many ancient statues, in addition to relics and mantras, monks place a tiny Buddha statue. Says, the Buddha within a Buddha. Why? To symbolize the fractal nature of enlightenment, that within every form lies infinite depth, and within every being lies infinite Buddhas. It reminds us that awakening is not something you gain, it's something already contained within you. Consecration merely unveils it. 11. The living consecration, your daily practice. Every moment, you are filling your stack with your body with the materials of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Ask yourself, what am I putting inside? Is it greed, resentment, fear, or is it kindness, patience, clarity? You don't need to be a monk or perform a ceremony. Every breath is an opportunity to consecrate your life. When you speak truthfully, you are placing mantras in your statue. When you act compassionately, you are placing relics in your heart. When you meditate, you are sealing your being with awareness. You become a walking temple. And everywhere you go, the sacred travels with you. 12. The final teaching, the statue and the sky. At the deepest level, the consecrated statue points to the unity of form and formlessness. Just as the statue holds the Buddha's presence, the world holds your consciousness. Every mountain, every sound, every face you see is a manifestation of your own mind. When you recognize this, every moment becomes consecrated. Every act becomes sacred. You stop dividing the world into holy and ordinary. Everything is Buddha nature manifesting as experience. That's when life itself becomes a living temple. Closing reflection. So the next time you stand before a Buddha statue, look deeply. Don't just see the gold or the smile. See what it represents, the stillness beyond form, the compassion beyond words, the awareness beyond identity. And then remember, the same light that fills that statue is shining in you. You don't have to search for holiness. You only have to recognize it. Because consecration was never just about statues. It's about awakening the sacred within all things, including you. This teaching resonated with you. Share your thoughts below. Have you ever felt something special in a temple or before a statue, an inexplicable peace or presence? What do you think it reflects within you? Share your story. Let's learn and grow together. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our community for more teachings that bring ancient wisdom to modern life. The temple is everywhere. The Buddha is within you. And consecration is happening every moment you remember who you truly are.